Alright, this is the second video of on-page or on-site optimization. We've basically inputted everything we needed to in all the different places on your blog post, your WordPress blog post that you need to put information in. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start optimizing. So there's this plugin that I use called SEO Presser Score. If you're one of my clients, it will be on your blog already, so you're going to have this. What we do here is we copy the keyword and we put it in there because we're telling the plugin what it is we're trying to optimize for. We click on update. Okay, so it's updated. So here you can see the score is 30. Let's try and get them all up to above 90%. My rationale is that get every publication above 90% because it's just sitting out there 24/7. Allow it to do the most work for you. It's kind of crazy to have something that's going to be out there 24/7 not pulling everything it can for you. So that's the goal here, is we want to get this to be 90%. The more you do this and the more you understand what each of the criteria the search engines look for, the faster this goes, because when you write your blog post on a Word document, you're already going to know what it's looking for, and you're going to do it all in one go. It used to take me a long time, but now that after writing several times and knowing what I needed to adjust, I started writing a lot of content knowing that ahead of time, and it took me very little time to bring them up to 90%. Let me show you what the different criteria are. Here, this basically is the criteria of having your keyword in either an H1 tag, an H2 tag, or an H3 tag. So here it's showing a check mark for the H1 tag. As long as your keyword is in this box in the title, it's going to be in an H1 tag, because that's always the way the blog is going to format it. It's going to format it with H1 tags and make it a big header, H standing for header. So it's not in an H2 tag or an H3 tag. I want to let you know, you don't need to have both of these. There's all this criteria. You can get most of them and still get 90%. So in the case of the H2 and the H3 tag, all you really need to do is you need to get one of them addressed. So I want to let you know how I do that. The way I do that is I will break up the text into sections. So I pressed enter there and I type in the keyword acne adult care colon, and I write a little subhead: consult your dermatologist in case you're affected with acne. So I'm just going to write down consult your dermatologist. I'm going to highlight that, and I'm going to turn that into an H2 tag. Okay, so when I do this on a regular basis, I almost every paragraph, I'm going to create subheads just because it makes it easier for the person to read anyway. But at the same time, I'm filling up this document with more of these keywords, and you're going to see the keyword density here was 0. We want to have that in between 2% and 5%. So I already know that I need to have this keyword put in here a lot more. So one of the simplest ways to do that is just to put this in subheads. It's repetitive. You can repeat it over and over, and it still seems like it's a very logical thing to do. And people actually like it when your content is broken up and you have subheadings. So here, the first sentence: do not wash the affected area too frequently as it depletes skin oil. So I'm going to put down washing face. I mean, you can put whatever you want. I'm just putting that there, and I'm going to continue doing this. I'm going to pause this. I'm going to do it more, and then I'm going to show you what happens when I run the score again. Okay, so what I did is I just went ahead and put a bunch of these subheadings, and in each one it has acne adult care, and I just want to show you what some of the changes are going to be. Here it shows an X for these two, meaning that I don't have the keyword in either an H2 or an H3 tag, and also the keyword density is 0%. So I'm going to click update. Okay, so you can see the score went up to 43.33% and the keyword density is 0.88. We want that, we want this keyword density to be between 2% and 5%. Um, One of the things I do is I just start going through this and I start looking for where I can place the keyword. One of the easiest ways of doing it is by just getting the the title here and I put it right in the beginning. It's almost like an announcement of what I'm going to be talking about. So that's one of the ways I do it. And I just start going through here and I try to find ways of putting the keyword in there. The more you do this, the more it becomes easier and easier to do this. I'm going to go ahead and pause this and I'm going to show you what happens. Okay, so I've inputted the keyword all over the place here. For the sake of this video, I was just putting it all over. I wasn't really making it read well. But when you're doing it for yourself, obviously it has to read well. I clicked update, and now the score went all the way up to 76.67. So we're getting close to 90% just by doing that. The keyword density is 3.12, so we're in between 2 and 5%. So that's just an example of how um, you can start to use what this is telling you to to optimize your site. I'm going to go ahead and go over some of these other criteria here for you. It says you do not have an image for SEO Presser to add an alt tag. If you put an image here, there's something called an alt tag, an alternate tag, and you can put your keyword. It's basically the search engines can't see your picture, so they need some kind of indication of what that picture is about, and you can tell the search engines what it's about by pasting the keyword in there. So just for the sake of this instruction, let's go and just find a picture. So I'm going to Google adult acne cure and then let's look at all the different images. So let's say I get this picture, I copy the image, I go in here, and let's say I just put it right in the beginning. So I put that picture there. Just for the sake of formatting, I'm going to go ahead and align it on the upper left so the text wraps around it. So I put that in there. Now this plugin will automatically put an alt tag on that image. So I'm going to go ahead and click on update.